Our guest today has made great contributions to the Christian Research Journal. His name is Fuz Rana. He is president. He's the chief executive officer of Reasons to Believe, an incredible ministry. He has a PhD in chemistry. He's the author of many different articles, as I just mentioned, some of which have appeared in the Christian Research Journal. He's the author of quite a few books, but the book we're really interested in today, and a book you have to read. I mean, this is cutting edge stuff. Humans 2.0, subtitled Scientific, Philosophical, and Theological Perspectives on Transhumanism. I want to read something that we looked at prior to the podcast. This is about Neuralink, and I want to talk about Elon Musk for a second in Neuralink. And brain-computer interface, which BCI is the abbreviation or the moniker. And this is something you brought up as well just a few moments ago. But here's what it says in terms of the promo on the website. So Neuralink's website currently claims this: our brain-computer interface is fully implantable, cosmetically invisible, and designed to let you control a computer or mobile device anywhere you go. I mean, that sounds fantastic. What could be the downside to that?
Yeah, well, and again, this is the challenge is that this technology, like gene editing, can be used for really good purposes, but it could also, you could cross lines very, very easily and very quickly. And, Elon Musk, to his credit, or to the team at Neuralink's credit, have developed probably a state-of-the-art BCI. This is one of the most exciting and rapidly advancing areas in bioengineering, but he's probably outpaced everybody in terms of what they've been able to create. And so part of the vision is, look, with BCIs, you could implant them into patients who are locked in, that can't communicate, that they can learn to communicate through texting by just simply using their thoughts, or people that are quadriplegic or paraplegic can learn to control exoskeletons and gain movement, or amputees can learn to control robotic prosthetic limbs. So it's going to revolutionize medicine, but people like Elon Musk not only see humanitarian applications, but they see this as the next generation of user interfaces with the electronic devices that are all around us. So instead of a voice command, you just give a thought command. And in fact, Elon Musk is probably, I would call, a reluctant transhumanist, because he's deathly afraid of AI. And he is concerned that we may create these AI systems that actually either subjugate humanity or drive humanity to extinction. And his argument is the only way that we're going to prevent that from happening is if we develop these brain-computer interfaces that allow us to interface our brains with computer systems so that we can now compete with the AI systems that we're creating. And so he's really advocating the creation of a type of human, machine, conglomerate, or a cyborg of sorts. And that's where many people that are transhumanists see BCI technology going. So it raises a lot of questions, in terms of, what are the boundaries for this type of work? But even for BCI technology that's going to be used simply for medical purposes, there are a lot of very serious ethical issues that are starting to emerge. In fact, there's a whole new area of bioethics called neural ethics, where people are just trying to wrestle through the ethical issues with BCI. So, for example, you can, through BCI technology, stimulate certain areas of the brain that will actually arrest the symptoms of Parkinson's disease. And so this very well may factor in the future in how we help people to manage Parkinson's. The problem is that these BCIs actually alter the personality of the patient, right? They actually make the patient consistently less risk averse. So that then raises questions. Is that patient actually giving consent to the second wave of treatments or not? Would they have given maybe a different response without the BCI? Because they're less risk averse, they may be more willing to have a subsequent treatment because of the BCI itself. Or some of the more sophisticated ones are actually using machine algorithms, basically AI technology, to extract user intent from electrical activity happening in the brain. And they are interpreting that, and then they are affecting some kind of machine hardware or machine software. Well, the problem here is who's actually making the decision, right? Is it the patient? Is it the BCI? Or is it some kind of collaboration? And would that patient have made that same decision without the BCI? So even in the most pure applications of BCI technology, where you're seeing it as a means to alleviate suffering that people have because of, paralysis or being locked in from a brain injury or because of a loss of limb, there's all kinds of really deep, profound ethical issues. Now, what happens when you start thinking about enhancements or using this in a commercial sense, where this becomes the primary user interface between humans and electronic devices. And it's really crazy, Hank, because you can actually tether people's brains together with BCIs. So people can now begin to communicate to one another with BCI technology, where you would route the signal, let's say through the internet. I could actually have my brain tethered to somebody else's brain on the other side of the world, and that we could somehow share thoughts, maybe even conjoin our brains together to solve problems. This sounds like science fiction, but I just did a literature research a couple of days ago, and this area is progressing at a pretty rapid pace. This BCI, connection from brain to brain.